So what could happen if you cut off a toxic narcissistic parent? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about just that. What happens when you get fed up with your toxic narcissistic parent and you decide to go no contact? What comes next? Stay tuned, like, and subscribe. If you cut off a toxic narcissistic parent, they're going to try to turn the rest of the family against you. And of course, if you're new here, I'm actually a diagnosed narcissist. So cutting off a toxic narcissistic parent is probably one of the hardest things to do, y'all, because you only get one mom right, you only get one dad right. But if you finally decide that cutting off your parent or talking to them way less or dealing with them way less is better for your emotional and physical health and financial health sometimes, they're going to turn on you. Not everyone reacts the same way, but a lot of them will try to triangulate the rest of the family against you. I have no idea why my ungrateful son or daughter doesn't talk to me anymore. Like, imagine your parent starting a smear campaign against you, lying on you, spreading rumors about you because you decided to set boundaries and take back your power against them. Like, the older you get and the more autonomy you have over your own life, the more your narcissistic parents tend to try to control you. They demand respect no matter what they do. And if they don't get their respect, they'll treat you badly. And if you decide to cut them off, I'm just telling you, be prepared, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. So, narcissistic parents. Very touchy subject, y'all. Very touchy subject. So if you haven't already, y'all, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter, y'all. It's bi-weekly newsletter. The link is in the description of every video. I have a kids book coming out. My own personal book is coming out here pretty soon. I have other stuff coming up as well. Events, workshops, all this stuff is gonna be in the newsletter, y'all. So newsletter link is in the description of every video, y'all. Thank y'all. But yeah, cutting off a parent is tough as hell. Like I said, this video is not meant for you to cut your parent off or deter you from cutting your parent off. I'm just saying sometimes people go no contact with their parents because it's the best thing for them emotionally, financially, and their physical well-being, the well-being of their own children and things of that nature, because their parents have been toxic their whole life. If you grew up in an abusive household, your parent has been physically abusive, neglectful to you, emotionally abusive, financially abusive, and things of that nature, it's a hard life. It just is. And I always tell people it's different being in a toxic household growing up than being in a relationship with a narcissistic person as an adult, because you get to pick your partner most times. I know some religions and cultures you don't really get to pick your partner, but most times, and where we are, you get to choose your partner. You don't get to pick your parent. You don't get to choose who you were birthed to. You know what I mean? I know it's not fair. It's like, yeah, damn, Lee's not fair. I completely understand and agree that it's not fair that you don't get to pick your parent. You know what I mean? Because you get some people, it's not fair. Some people get toxic ass, manipulative, dangerous parents. And when you grow up and you get tired of it, especially if they're of your adoptive parents or somebody who took you in or something like that, if they had been abusive, y'all, you are an adult as well. As an adult, if you have toxic parents, you can set boundaries. You can cut you don't have to cut your parent off. But I'm saying this, you don't have to cut your parent off. You can go low contact. You can set boundaries and things of that nature. But once you start setting boundaries and decreasing contact and letting people know the rules of engagement to deal with you and letting them know how you're going to deal with them. And if you decide to cut them off, there could be some ramifications that you're going to face, y'all. Because narcissistic parents, just like your partners, just like your friends, will launch smear campaigns on you. Will try to turn everybody against you. How dare my ungrateful ass son or my just ungrateful, too egotistical daughter cut me off or something like that. Or they might cut you off. They might cut contact with you. But the same thing applies. They're still going to start a smear campaign to sully your reputation, to control the narrative as to why you're not talking anymore. You know what I mean? So many people in my comment section were just like, I had to cut my dad off, and he's telling everybody for the last 5 years that I'm just ungrateful. I got married to a man that's manipulative, and my husband manipulated me, and they're not talking to my dad anymore, or they think it's them. They always blaming somebody else. They never take accountability for their actions. Sometimes you have to, y'all. Again, I'm not telling you to, but sometimes for your own mental well-being, you have to. But they're gonna try to turn everybody else against you. I saw somebody left a comment in my comment section, like, my own twin brother doesn't speak to me anymore because I had to cut my narcissistic parents off, and I talked to them about it, and they convinced my twin to turn on me. So I haven't talked to my twin brother in years. I'm like, dang, that sucks. Haven't talked to my brothers or sisters in years. None of my aunts and uncles or anybody on that side of the family speak to me anymore. I don't have a family anymore. Only people I had, I'm alone. I'm alone in the world. Sometimes that's what you have to face, y'all. But some people's like, I'm alone and free. You see the movie Frozen with Elsa was singing "Let It Go." She's like, I'm alone, but I'm alone and free. That's how you have to. Sometimes you have to be. Hey, go listen. Hey, that's my recommendation right now. After this video, if you had to cut off a toxic parent and you feel alone because they turn all your other family members against you, or you had to cut off a toxic family member, your toxic grandparents, and they turn people against you, and you feel like you're alone, you have family. Go watch. You don't have to watch the movie Frozen. Go download the song "Let It Go" and watch Elsa just bang that thing out when she said, "I'm alone, but I'm alone and free." Yeah, and she just spit it. You see what I'm saying? That's like sometimes you have to be alone and free. Sometimes the cost of freedom might be a toxic family. You know what I mean? But again, this is not me encouraging you to cut your family members off. I'm just saying, because I know people who don't know my platform are going to see this video and be like, you want people to cut, it's this ungrateful generation where you cut your parents off and keep the grandkids away from them, blah, 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 you are a horrible person. Y'all, people will come in my comment sections, not taking accountability. Like, my daughter cut me off because of your videos. So like, okay, so because of my videos, not your behaviors, your toxic parent, y'all, makes you feel like you owe them your life. You ever hear the phrase, "I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it"? That's controlling, toxic behavior that a parent will say to a child a lot of times, y'all, to let you know that you're only here because I allow you to be here. You're here because of the grace and mercy that I have given you in my life for you to be here. You mean I sacrificed to raise you, and now you're ungrateful. You owe me your life. You owe me. You don't owe your parents. You owe you. That's Eric Thomas's book. You owe you. You mean you owe you. You don't owe your parents anything, y'all. Yeah, they raised you, whatever. And sometimes they raise you in an abusive, toxic, manipulative household, and that means sometimes it's better for you. It's better for you to get powered up and to dip out, y'all. I'm just telling you, sometimes if you cut them off, just be prepared, because they're going to parents love bomb you. Parents can love bomb you to try to get you back in there. Parents can make promises to change and do better, but typically they go back to who they were. They're in their 50s and 60s and 70s. It's hard for people like that, y'all. It's really hard for people like that to get a grasp that they're doing, that you are cutting them off, and that you have rights and rules, and you're an adult. The more autonomy that you have over your own life, the more controlling your parents will try to be. You mean? And sometimes, y'all, if you just have one toxic parent and one enabling parent, or you have a toxic step parent and your biological parent enables them, or you have a toxic parent and your step parent, you have a parent. Sometimes you have a toxic parent and an enabling parent. When you cut off the toxic parent, sometimes the enabling parent is going to be cut off as well. I don't want to say enabling because this sounds bad sometimes. The codependent parent or the victim parent, your other parent might also be a victim. You know what I'm saying? Your other parent might also be a victim. I'm sorry, y'all. I really didn't mean to call y'all enablers. If you haven't, you want to call your parents enablers, because that's not what I meant. I meant the codependent person who can also be a victim. Your other parent could also be a victim, but if you decide to go no contact or low contact, it might cost you the relationship with that other parent as well. This is not me trying to deter you. This is me trying to prepare you. But I've also seen sometimes when you cut off your toxic mom, the dad still talks to you. Sometimes when you cut off the toxic dad, the mom still talks to you. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that happen as well, y'all, but just weigh your options. Just weigh your options, because it's very hard and difficult to navigate the waters of having a toxic parent, because again, people are going to tell you, and I'm going to say this too, you only get one. You only get one parent. You only get one mom. You only get one dad. You see what I'm saying? That happens quite a bit, y'all. So empower yourself. Stay as strong as you possibly can. Like I said, like I said, my kids' book is coming out here pretty soon. Me and my wife are co-authoring a little kids book we put together. It's going to be wonderful. Make sure to join the newsletter to get updated about that. The newsletter link is in my description of every single video and podcast that I do. I'm super thankful for y'all, super grateful. More meetups are coming up across the country: LA, DC, Florida, Atlanta, New York, LA, Texas. We're going to be bouncing around, y'all. Something in the UK, more Canada. I'm going around, y'all. I want to be motivational speakers. If y'all have any connects with motivational speaking events and stuff like that, email me, mentalhealness85@gmail.com. I'm trying to put together some events across the country and stuff like that to help people heal and to bring my self-love stuff to the world, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Like and subscribe for more, and as always, Mental Healness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Thank you for watching my video to the end. I'm super eternally grateful for every single one of you. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so we can help reach more people, help more people and things like that. The self-love brand is available. I Love Me. The self-love journal is available as well. Links in the description of every video I do. If you haven't already as well, look into joining the channel memberships for behind the scenes perks, priority responses to comments and things like that, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. You are a mental healness rock star, and I appreciate you for being here. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the screen to subscribe to the channel and watch another one of my videos in my playlist. There's also a link available up here for you to purchase my kids' book, Remember It's Not Your Fault, on Amazon. So check that out. Thank you. I will see you in the next video. Peace.